The Rumor Report. With Angela Yee.
It's the Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club.
Well, apparently Azealia Banks had an awful experience doing Wildin' Out. She posted, I did Wildin' Out today. There were tons of pre-planned colorist jokes. And, of course, Cry Baby cried. Some little scrawny black Atlanta twink was prepared for me. They planned this, hit me on short notice, told me I didn't have to participate in the coon-ass freestyle battles. Not my style, and I was to sing my song and go home. I show up and some guy who's darker than me starts calling me ugly and being colorist. Then all of a sudden a choir of the most disgustingly basic local cattle call urban pseudo-comedic fat because you sit in a chair all day greasy soul food induced south of the Mason-Dixon self-hatred ass backwards post-Jim Crow post-traumatic slave disorder true self-esteemless ward of the state clowns with their low-skill and highly unimpressive resumes start going off about how the beautiful Azealia Banks looks. She said, I've never felt so much hate and rage for anyone else than I did in that moment.
Oh, so, here's the thing.
Needless to say, it wasn't a good experience for her, but it is supposed to be y'all
jokes
going in on each other.
Jokes and fun. Exactly.
Well, I think she was saying that she wasn't there for that. She was there to perform, but they put her in the wild style. But here's the thing. Azealia is definitely never going to get sympathy from anyone when it comes to getting slandered, clowned, joked on, whatever. You're slandering
everyone.
Yeah, AB over the years has dished it a lot, so nobody's going to feel sorry for her when somebody gives it back to her.
Now, Nick Cannon reacted on Instagram. He said, don't you hate when you create your own storms but forget your umbrella? We are praying for you, Queen. Speedy recovery, healing. She wilding out for real karma. And that's when Azealia responded. If I were to make fun of Nick Cannon for having lupus and being weak and sickly, if I made a joke that said he'd be dead by the end of the year, then Azealia Banks is the bad guy, right?
And then she said, pray for Nick Cannon's immune system.
All right, here's some more of what Azealia Banks had to say.
I'm sorry. It's 2018. Like, the ugly black girl jokes, it's like, it's inappropriate. I'm sorry. You're not going to bring me out of my element to bring me to dusty-ass Atlanta to sit in front of some coon-ass for them to sit here and call me ugly while they got this flatty patty Queen Herbie reject-looking bitch on stage talking about Wakanda reject.
Wow, she really went crazy. Now, she also said, you N-words will be changing Nick Cannon's colostomy bag in between takes while you struggle to pay $650 rent in Atlanta and take plates of catering food home to eat in the morning.
See, that's funny. She should have said that on Wildin' Out.
She goes
That's what I'm saying.
That would have been perfect for Wildin' Out.
That's the energy you should have had on Wildin' Out.
She should have did that.
That's all I'm saying.
Damn.
See?
Here's some more of Azealia Banks talking about her Wildin' Out experience.
You would never be able to bring Meghan Trainor on this show and call her fat. Why? Because there would be some other white to cut your check off. You could have went for flop. You could have been this. Oh, you wear too much weave. Oh, you did this. Oh, you never had a hit. Oh, But you're really just calling me ugly the whole time. And you got these mediocre, light-skinned bitches. You're making them feel good about themselves. No, I'm sorry. I'm going to stay in my little corner of the industry. I'm going to keep working with my white man, keep dating my white man. Every time I give y'all a chance, y'all do me dirty.
Or you can't pick and choose what slander you receive. If a person wants to slander you about your looks, they have the right to do that. Just like Azealia has the right to slander whoever she wants and has for years.
And continues to do now.
That's fine.
One of the comedians there posted Azealia Banks came on that show, got called ugly, tried to joke back, didn't work, cried, then performed a weak-ass Forever 21 shopping song.
What comedian said that from Wildin' Out?
Iman Hudson.
Oh, that's my man, Emmanuel Hudson.
He said literally there were 2 jokes made about her and they weren't even bad. It was a Cardi B reference and she was called ugly. That's it. She tried to joke back. It didn't work. The producers stopped the game because they knew she was headed for the deep fry. She left after the first game, came back and didn't say a single word to her performance. So she said they said she wasn't ambushed or tricked. She was just bitter and a weak special guest. Woo. Wow. Now, somebody who was good on Wildin' Out is Safari. Now, Safari
got cooked on Wildin' Out. Drop on the clues bombs for Chico Bean.
Safari is always still a good sport, right? Even though they were throwing things at him at Dykeman and all of that last week after he was performing and they weren't really feeling him and he got booed, he now has some bars. Here's a freestyle about Dykeman.
At Dykeman, so I got booed. First off, I was not rude. Did a verse and did a hook, and the chicken started throwing raw food. That part they see though. Forget you like CeeLo. Had the whole hood go against me like my name's Debo. I'm either doing this or piss poor. Y'all can't even tell me what y'all really pissed for. How you mad at a nigga that's out here trying to get more?
Drop on the clues bomb for Safari, man.
I spoke to him too.
I spoke to him
over the weekend.
Let me tell you something, man.
He was He said he went out there and performed, and there was one little group of dudes that were booing, and he said he tried to ignore them. And, and then he started throwing raw food at him.
What is raw food?
And then he said, I don't know, raw food.
Oh.
Yes, fruits and veggies.
Nuts. All right, well, here's some more of Safari.
Saw Ross on the red carpet. Tell Meek that it's all good. I ain't tripping off that old issue. I'ma get money how it again should. Saw Tipper, we shook hands. It was never no beef, man. Internet be running wild with this shit. They don't even understand.
I'm glad we cleared up what raw food is, because I'm sitting there thinking of a bunch of people at Dykeman throwing steaks at them and raw chicken. I'm like, wow, they wasting food like that at Dykeman?
No.
Uncooked fruits and vegetables.
I met Safari's mom at the airport the other day, couple weeks ago. Very nice lady.
Okay.
Yes.
She raised the Bodman.
She did raise a body mind. Yes. I keep telling you, I'm going to tell you something. I'm telling you, I respect Safari's ambition. He will not stop. I'm telling you, no matter what he's throwing at him, raw food, getting jumped in the street, he will
Keep
not
going.
stop. He is going
Television.
He's going to get him a hit record. I'm telling you. It's only
All right,
a
I'm
matter of
Angela
time.
Yee, and that's your Rumor Report.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in